Hey guys, welcome back to the shed. Today I am going to be turning this into this, the brake push rod for my drum brake on the rear. It's not going to look exactly the same as this, it's going to be a little bit longer, and I am going to set it up so I can put a bolt through it on this end instead of adjusting it with a nut. Because it's different bike, different brakes, different everything, so going to make it work. But let's get to it. Alright guys, so as you may or may not know, I don't really have much room to work on stuff, but I give it my best shot. So, how I'm going to do this, because I also don't have a lot of tools, is I'm going to take this piece of metal, and I'm going to mark out where the bends on this piece of metal are, and then I'm going to cut, bend, figure out the exact length that I'm looking for, and then I'll chop it off there, a little bit extra I think, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind part of this flat, drill 3 or 4 holes in it, so that I can adjust where the brake is, how much I have to brake before the brake supply, and that my foot's comfortable, because, you know, riding a rigid chopper, you're looking for comfort. But anyway, so that's the plan. Will it work? I hope so. I've never done anything like this before, as I've said, but here we go again. So guys, as I said in the previous part, this is how I'm doing it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but now I'm going to go like this. That looks about right. Alright. So that's 2 cuts. It's not bad. And I'm going to cut it on opposite sides. So I should mark on this side. Mark there. Because I don't want to cut all the way through. What I'm trying to do is cut a little bit of the way through, so there's still metal there, but I'm able to bend it. I was going to use oxygen and acetylene, heat it up and bend it. My shop isn't that well appointed, in case you weren't sure. So, here we go. I'm going to get my gear on and we'll give her a shot, see how we do. Luckily, it's a big piece of rod, and if I screw this up, I should be able to figure it out. So, the heat is off. I grabbed this set of vice grips to try to steady what I'm doing here. That'll work. Got a welding shield on, and one second, because this cord is going to pull the camera off. There we go. Got a welding shield on, set to grind. Here we go. Alright, so what I'm going to do, check and see if I'm on fire. Then I am going to cut the opposite side that I didn't mark very well. Give me 1 second and I will remark. I was thinking about just doing straight, but I think it will work better if it's a little bent. So, part 2. Alright, am I going to be able to bend this? Hey, look at that. That one I am. This side I might have to cut a little bit more out of. So I probably should have waited to bend it. But, oh well. Well, it's not pretty. It's not very straight. But I think it'll work. So, on with the welding, I guess. You know you have a good workshop when your plate that you use to weld and practice welding on is frozen to your wooden workbench. Anyway. Well guys, I started welding and I wasn't even recording. So, I'm just going to keep welding. I think you guys have an idea of what I'm doing here. Probably a better idea than the one I have. I use this sort of as a stand so I can get down on it in there a little bit better. Alright, wire brush, see how it looks? Probably not great because, you know, there's a few contributing factors to that. see a hole. Oh, these are ugly. It's like no penetration. One of the fun parts about this, guys, is trying to make stands as you go so you can get what you need done. Alright, so that I think is done for now. I am going to let it cool down a little bit, and then I'll start grinding it to make it look a little prettier. Although I think we all know it's not going to look pretty, but whatever. And I'll talk to you in a bit. Alright, so I done letting it cool down. Still pretty warm. Ow, warm. I'm not that smart. And I'm going to start grinding it. I'll use a flat disc just to make it a little prettier still. Then I got to figure out how long I need to make this thing. And start fabbing up the connections to each end. At least that's the plan. So away we go. Alright, good enough for that. Flat disc time. I'm going to use an older flap disc. I got it with this grinder on Amazon for dirt cheap. They also gave me some really bad cutting discs, which is why I am using 3M now. But the flap discs work. I have some 3M flap discs, but I use this. Alright, so there's that. She ain't pretty. She's probably not the strongest, but it'll work. I don't plan on emergency braking. Alright, I'm going to get set up and figure out where I am putting, well, how long this rod's going to be. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so let's see what we got to do here to make this work. So that is going there. That is going there. Alright. I think that's probably pretty close to what I'm going to want, but it will be adjustable, so. There's that. Huh. So, bike stand sort of in the way, but looks like I'm going to have to do some more bending. See it here, it's hitting the frame, so I think I'm going to have to do another bend here. There's my marker. And another bend here. So go back and then straighten out, come back to here, I'll cut here, sorry you probably can't see any of that because of my knee. But what I was saying there was, see how it's hitting the frame there? To pull it out from the frame, I'm going to have to cut it on this spot from this side, so I can bend it back that way. Then I'm going to have to cut it here on this side, so I can bend it back straight, and I think I'm going to lop it off right there, and I can drill holes through there. So that's the plan. Let's get started on that. Alright. Alright guys, so it's the next day, and as you may or may not be able to tell, my plan did not go according to plan. I showed you what I was talking about yesterday at the end of the video, so let's get this set up so it works. Alright guys, so I'm here. It's been a day. Sorry, I've been doing dad stuff and husband stuff. My wife's a plant lady. I don't know if any of you know about that, but there's a lot of driving around picking stuff up. So, back at it now. So I'm going to cut here, cut the opposite side here, and lop it off here. And that is the plan. Finish off this build. Or not this build, but this part of it. So away we go. I'm going to take my grinding disc, or my cutting disc. I'm going to cut a wedge out, flip it over, cut a wedge out, bend it, weld it, lop that off. Should be good to go. There we go. Alright, so it's notched. Is this going to work? I hope so. Alright. I have to cut more out. I think so. Alright, let's try this again. That got warm. Alright. So now to weld this. I'll put it on the welding plate. Be right back. I am going to turn off the heater so I don't have the lights go out on me. Alright, welcome back. So I'm just going to weld this up the best I can. Some of you know I'm running a Princess Auto, which in the States apparently is Harbor Freight. Little flux core welder. I know it's not the best thing for doing all this stuff, but I think it'll do what I need to do. And when I get a TIG welder, I can TIG away. So here we go. Oh, power went out. I'll be back in a minute, guys. So the power's back on. I'm gonna unplug my heater. I don't really need it today anyway. I think we have what Calgarians call a Chinook or something coming through. I don't know. Never really found out if it's the same phenomenon as Calgary, but it was like -10 yesterday. Last time I looked, it was +2, which is unusual for Grand Prairie, Alberta. Which, fun fact, at least 4 times a year. It's colder than, what is that place in Siberia? So, yeah, I don't really need heat today. I just thought I'd, try it out, see what happened. Didn't work. Such is life. I don't know why, but these welds are looking way better. Oh, I do know why. I also know why the power went out. Oh, it was the heat. If I turn this welder to max for voltage, power goes out. So, back to crappy, not as much penetration weld. Sorry, door blew open. I also need a latch. I don't even have a latch. Just something I can close these doors with so I'm not getting all the wind. One second. Alright. Back to the welding. So, ugly welds. I think this is going to work. Slag off there. For anyone that doesn't know, flux core sucks. Oh. Wire brush. Oh, I got some more welding to do. Missed it. But it's not going to be bad. Alright, so I think that's going to work. And even though I've unhooked my ground from my Harbor Freight / Princess Auto welder, I have to unplug it. Because the only thing the power switch does is turn off the roller. So it's looking better, it's not looking great, but it is looking better. So I'm going to get the grinder set up and start grinding and flap disking away. Be right back, guys. Thanks for watching. Alright, grinder is set. Is my grinding shield to grinding? I think so. Grinding shield to grinding. Oh, disappointment how people feel every time they meet me. But quickly rectified. Just like when people get to know me. Yeah. So that's one part ground. I am going to clean that up. I didn't do a very good job on it, but that should be the hidden part. For hiding stuff, you know you're doing it right. See, that looks better. I did a way better job on that than I did on the first one. Now I'm going to swap to a flap disc just to clean that up a bit. I have a lot of experience with grinding. I've never been a good welder, so I became a pretty good grinder. Not like that show. But, here we go. Gotta take that off. So, not horrible. Looks way better now that there's a flap disc on it. Oh guys, my hair is melting. Every time I come out here I'm reminded why I shave my head. But now let's go double check this will fit. Then I'll lop off what needs to be lopped off and start figuring out how I'm going to drill holes in it. And I have to put a slot in this end that will go on either side of the brake pedal now. So here we go. So the power's gone out in here a few times. Hopefully I can get this figured out without it going out some more. So I've got my bar, I've got my vice grips. It's time to start setting this up. Real bonus about being tall is I'm 6 foot something, I don't know. I haven't measured myself since high school. But real good thing about being tall is when you hit your head on everything. Sharp, not sharp, horrible, it's all horrible. Alright, so we got that done. Oh, this works. That is gonna work. And I'm gonna lop it off exactly where I said I was. Gonna have to do a bit of grinding, but oh well. That is gonna work perfect, guys. Kinda stoked. It's nice when a plan comes together. Alright guys, so back to the cutting board. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm just going to go throw this back on, figure out where I'm going to need all the holes and all the slots cut and drilled and everything else. I'll be right back, because you don't really want to watch me put dots on the metal, do you? So I've got my marks on where I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut that line, plunge cut down in between, and then I'm going to cut it to that depth, and I am going to put a drill hole here so I can put a bolt through so it'll attach. Alright guys, welcome to my drill press. I am my drill press. So I used to have WD-40, probably used it to fix something else. Who knows though. Will this work? I don't know. Getting there. This isn't the final hole, I'm going to drill another one. This is just my pilot hole, I guess. Ugh. All right, so that's hole number 1 done. Now, what did I do with my drill bit? It's hard to believe with a room this small, or this little room, I am having a hard time keeping track of stuff. But I do. So, do I have another drill bit? $15.64. Oh, look at that, another bit. So, oh, I found the drill bit. It's under camera. You're gonna get shook. Maybe not. All right, cool. All right, round 2. All right. One more. All right. Just for good measure. That will work. All right, now the fun part. Oh, I find it fun to do stupid stuff. I don't know about you guys. So, a vise would probably work better than this. But, as I've said 1,000 times before, I don't have tools. Not the right ones, anyway. So, I get to be my own tool. Wow, Luke. Family show. I get to be my own vise. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this clamped in the vise grips, because that's what I got. Look at that. Then, get all my stuff back on. Gloves. I'm all about the safety here, guys, no matter what it looks like. Alright, I think that'll work. I'm going to end up cleaning this up, but be right back, see if it fits. It didn't fit. Keep on keeping on. Test fit number 2. Think I'm gonna make this work. Be right back. Alright guys, so I just tried to do a test fit on this and it is not working. So, I'm going to end up making this a two-part video because I am running out of time on this. And yeah. So anyway, click my link, or click the subscribe button, click the notification button. Links in the description of this video for my Amazon Associates account. Helps me out, helps me get things done a little bit better, and I'll be able to give you more content. There's also a link to my Facebook group, Neck Hair Custom. There's a link to my Instagram, Neck Hair Custom. Well, there won't be a link. You can search that. You'll find it. It's all connected to my Facebook. And then there's also a link to my Twitter account. And yeah. But like I was saying, I'm going to make part 2 of this video because this is taking way longer than I thought, and I'm going to be out of time for the video. And I have to do some refiguring on this whole situation. But see you next time. Try not to freeze to death.